This video's approach isn't going to work for any reason, but what are you going to do? Over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has increased by 28% to $602, while Ethereum is currently trading at 25563. It has increased by 1.27%. With the overall cryptocurrency market capitalization of $2 trillion, 1040 billion, USDT and USDC are both coming in at their $pets XRP. It is 57.5C and has decreased 1.23% over the last 24 hours. This is a reasonable situation for Chop City. But you know what's back above again, Bitcoin. 60K XRP will trade for 60 cents. Before you know it, where did the most intriguing chart out of all of these go? Disk run in this location. Telegram's coin appears to be gaining some traction. People, it is displaying some vitality. I will discuss that in a moment. Yesterday on the show, I announced that the last 30 ounces were up for $20 and that the navy blue had sold out. Currently, the 40 ounce time is $24.99. Yes, free shipping is available to all locations worldwide. We're offering a discounted price on 22 of them until they sell out. On days when I appreciate it, we call it a sale. Then, we get this Telegram connection following the second failure on the T blockchain. The founder of Telegram faced arrest. The narrative was told to everyone. You already know how the company works. Secondly, the token has a period of downtime before returning to the network. After that, it descends. Once again, the situation descends into madness, leading me to believe that the major is at fault. If you possess a T-coin, take into account the fact that he endured physical abuse. You have been aware for the past 60 to 90 weeks of should I be interested? What would you do? Though I'm not a token investor, I'd buy it. It will bounce back. It will bounce, and I believe that you will make a positive 30 to 40% gain on it when it does. This is not financial advice, rather, it is what Rip would be doing if he were researching all coins that could reach new all-time highs in September, which is, 3 days away. Casper Binance Brett Manta might reach new all-time highs next month. The cost chart is located right there. Given its potential to soar to a new peak, the release of Binance Coin, and Look C's release from prison, it's time to send this as about appearance. Binance Coin is expected to be a strong contender, and Brett, who many believe is writing this post for pay, is a key contributor. They simply combined this with several other larger coins because that's what they knew. Do you have an update on your altcoin? You like that the CEO of Vanx anticipates Bitcoin to reach $350,000 and identifies bullish individuals. Expect to see 2.9 million plays. Just pay attention to this as the CEO of Vanx, people. Which do you prefer? Ethereum or Bitcoin? Bitcoin, how about you? I'm a lover of gold. Since I'm a gold guy, tell me where you think Bitcoin will go from its current price of roughly $63,000 in the long run. About a year ago, I began hammering the table because I knew that the Fed would eventually start to ease, which is fantastic news. For gold, and specifically for Bitcoin, I mentioned that Bitcoin is expanding and will eventually account for half of the whole market capitalization of gold, or roughly 350,000. That means there is still a long way to go. If central banks embrace the Super Bowl, it would be a significant step forward. It is a component of the monetary system. Indeed, it is a component of the monetary system, but I try to avoid discussing it excessively. What is more than 2 or 3 million? Indeed, at 2.9, we have several models, each requiring careful consideration of the underlying assumptions. Which one is your favorite? Interestingly, Vank has its own models, folks, of course, they do. As I previously mentioned, these markets will be managed by the institutions, who anticipate a turnover rate of 350,000. Remember I kept telling you in previous videos, did you really think the retail sold the top to the institution because everyone's kicking and screaming that the bull market's over? Of course, not folks, they got in around 50K, it's going to go to 350, they're thinking they're looking at what a 7x, they can't get a 7x in the stock market. These institutions are not foolish, even if they had the best insider traders in the stock market. These institutions are well versed in their operations, yet you blindly trust a random individual on Twitter with a ridiculous profile picture. I have no idea how he looks, for a seemingly inane reason. He's telling you that we're not going into a naked market, we're going into a bee market, even if you've never heard his voice. It's a far cry from the bear market here. We still have a favorable 6 to 12 months left in this bull market, and the fun has just begun. We breached 74,000 when the fun started, as I already mentioned. The excitement commences, and it persists until we make a decision. That's how open it is. See, they claimed to be astonished when they received the well notes from the SEC, which threatened to sue them for thinking that the NFTs on their platforms were securities. I'm not sure why they would be taken aback. To be honest, I'm not sure why they would be taken aback by anything the SEC does. Regarding that, they declared that they're prepared to confront cryptocurrencies, which have been in the news for the past few seconds. Coinbase Uniswap everyone, including Robinhood Kraken, found it intriguing that he left out Ripple from the list. One could assume this was intentional. I agree, but since the targeted NFTs is venturing into uncharted territory, the SEC would hinder innovation much more broadly. Thousands of people are online. Creatives and artists are vulnerable, and many lack the means to protect themselves. To protect oneself, since NFT is essentially a creative industry, we shouldn't control digital art in the same manner that we regulate collateralized financial obligations. This encompasses collectible video game items, domain names, event tickets, and more. It appears as though I'm telling you now that OpenX should fight better. Indeed, they have established themselves and are ready for battle. They are ready to take a stance and engage in combat. Okay, they have made millions upon millions, but I will say, hey, look, give us $50 million, and this whole thing will disappear. They better do what Ripple did, not roll over and pay us. Beyond simply XRP, Ripple fought for all of cryptocurrency. Ripple fought not for Ripple, but rather for the betterment of the entire cryptocurrency market. Duty expressed a similar viewpoint, and, regrettably, Ripple didn't feature in the compilation of the most significant lawsuits in cryptocurrency history. You may wonder why Ripple was left out of the list of the largest lawsuits in cryptocurrency history. Don't reply to that, the action was deliberate. Naturally, that was the case. I will respond on your behalf. Can you see that every single instance of using Bitcoin after the election was deliberate? You may observe what transpires here, which instills anxiety within you. You fear that the market will be overrun by the bull. Look at the chart, guy. Election season is almost here. Examine the chart to understand its direction. Are you able to see it? This will resemble the following. 2016 to 2017, this will become a really insane spiral that will burst through to the summit. You don't, people. Not having an over-the-counter setup will not prepare you for what is coming. You had better arrange for it. Get an escape plan, please. Go ahead and record it. Get some paper and pens, because this is old school. You record on paper the moment that XRP3 occurs. $3, write the percentage that you plan to sell when XRP reaches $3.50. Indicate the percentage of your sales. When you reach $4, record a percentage. If you believe $3 is a straightforward target or that we will enter a new range, you are selling and heading up. If you believe we'll be at 6 to 10, change your goals. Start with $6 and average the dollar cost as you go, just like you would when making a purchase. It is effective both up and down. People, we are not predicting a peak here any more than we are timing the market's physical bottom. The erratic cryptocurrency suggests that the XRP half pump could potentially drop to $27. He's speaking 2017 618 puts us at about 70, pardon my terrible pun of $27. Here's the first target he has set for us, the one I've been preaching from the mountain. For several months now, it seems that everyone is returning to one crucial location for XRP, which is 75 freaking cents.